Okay, so
He's playing his computer.
Anyways, yeah. Anyways, so Anna, as you walk out of the flower shop, wait, Garun, I need you to send me that one thing, or did you already send it to me?
I can send it to you again.
I think you already sent it to me though.
Yeah, you already sent it. I already sent it to you.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, I need to have that up for comparison. I'm gonna switch over here. Does the thing lag out anymore? Is it still working fine?
it's
Yeah.
better.
Seems to be.
Okay, good. Anyways, so, and as you're walking out of the small flower shop, as Luke's place is above said flower shop, you turn the corner and head over to the tavern where you think the rest of the people have been staying. You're both at the tavern, right?
I would be, yeah.
Okay, so Bruin's there.
I don't remember.
Don't remember.
I don't remember what I left my character previously, seriously. I was a bit dead the last time we played night, so I don't remember what happened towards the end.
We're gonna say for this that she found her way back to the tavern from wherever the hell she was.
Yeah.
So Anna, you walk into the tavern, you find your two new companions sitting at a table. The oddest thing though, Garun seems shorter than he was before.
Actually, my character can stretch up to a foot, so...
Still shorter than he was before.
Yeah, still shorter. But, yeah.
I'm going to vanish and reappear next to him. You look a little low. What's wrong?
You know, you have legs, you can just use them. You don't have to teleport everywhere.
It's... She just thinks very hard for a second. I honestly try to think of a reason why I do this, but honestly it's just because I'm lazy.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Pause for a second. Didn't you describe your teleportation as going to a different plane and sprinting across said plane to get to
No,
where
I can do short-range teleportation, actually. I just have to, like, if I go, like, long distances,
Then you gotta sprint.
then I sprint.
So technically, you still are using your legs. It's just they're in.
Like, instead of, like, taking the 10 feet of walking towards him, I instead just, like, take one step through an invisible portal and wind up next to them. But whenever I, like, am trying to go, like, from here to the other side of the city, I'm just like, okay, other plane, start running.
Right. As for my recent change of appearance, I was doing some experimentations, and it didn't end very well for me. It'll grow back, thankfully. Just take some time.
Would you need some assistance with that? She slowly puts a hand out towards you.
I am very fine, thank you very much. I do not need healing.
I am going to say for that, because Garun, we both know that that's not. I need a deception and an insight from both of you, please. Not. I need an insight on Anna and a deception from Garun, please.
All right, let's do this. Oh my god! Oh my god!
Great rolls, boys. Great rolls.
Okay.
I win by the one that one. I win.
I'm gonna say because I got that one, I'm okay with losing that one.
Okay. So it is a natural 1 versus a natural 2. So Anna, he is telling the truth. And to answer that question, yes, they are.
Alright.
This is going to be a great session. I can just feel it. God.
Yeah. So it'll take some time, but I'll be fine. I don't need any medical magic. Thank you very much.
Alright. Well, what have you two been off doing?
Going around the city trying to find out what I can about what's been going on, and no real leads. It's really good.
I went shopping.
Oh,
I
lovely.
wanted
Did you
to
get
go
anything
shopping.
good?
Unfortunately, I didn't have enough gold on me, but I did check out some lovely things.
Oh. Anything in particular you were looking at? I might be able to help you with that.
I saw a wonderful robe in... What was the shop? What was the shop called?
The golden thread. Something I just made up.
Good. It was a wonderful robe shown in the Golden Thread shop, but I'm afraid it's a bit too steep for me at the moment. It is something though that I'm interested in. If you...
About how short are you in cash for that?
God, how much did it cost?
It did cost about... At that time, I said about 1,500, which is a lie. It was actually more along the lines of... I don't fucking know. 150. Let's go with that number.
Are you okay?
No. I'm just trying to right a lot of wrongs that I did in the last session. And that was one of them. So it was 1,500, and I did do some math, and it was actually way too steep for... Yeah, so it's actually 150.
Well,
So-
would you like to go and get this? I can help you cheapen it a little bit.
That sounds very interesting. Will this count as my magical item, by
Oh.
the way? Or not?
Oh, wait, look, Aaron
That's
showed up.
additional.
No, as it doesn't count as your magical item. Even though it does have some magical properties, it does not count as your magic item. Because the
Okay.
magic item is something that I'm counting as, like, inheritance.
Okay. So yeah, it would be lovely if we could do that.
I have been meaning to go to the shopping district as well, so I can go along with you.
By the
Along with that,
way,
and
I do want to suggest something for that, real quick. Look at Pool of Power.
Excuse me, look at what?
Pool of Power. It's a great thing for spellcasters. Let me send that to you.
Yeah, I can check that when we have a break. Or if you want me, I can check it now.
I was just doing it while I thought of it. Anyways.
anyways, like I was saying, Anna, if you do so desire to, you can share the information that you learned from your book. If you want to. Am I cutting out?
A little bit.
Very slightly.
Okay, so yeah, like I said, if you want to, you can share the information from the book. If you want to.
So, I was also curious. It's been touched on a little bit here and there, but what exactly is your purpose here in the city?
Who are you talking to?
Either of you in general.
Well, we were sent to check on something, and it appears something much bigger has recently come up. So, I suppose we could leave, but right now I'm rather interested in trying to figure out what's going on.
Now, I have noticed those little notes you've been collecting.
What about them? As he, pulls it closer to him.
Well, for one, they're an infernal, aren't they, darling?
Maybe.
Another, they are detailing different movements of the Shintel Tower. I'm guessing you don't know that because you're not able to read it.
Oh, I suppose that is... I wouldn't really know since I can't read them.
Well, thank you for confirming that. Anyways, I guess you're here to... Oh, hey, look, JJ is here. And
Who
he's
is
muted.
JJ?
Anyways, how much do you know of the Shintel? Actually, no. How much do you know of the Shintel? She points over to Evelyn.
Of whom?
The Shintel.
I don't remember what I know about that. What do I know about that?
The Shintel is one of the 3 towers, as well as it is the home to one of the more magically inclined. This is where a lot of magic schools are located.
Okay.
Was any of that heard? Okay, it was. Never mind.
Yeah, it was. Do I know anything? This is general knowledge. Do I know anything as a person about it, or like from my experience, or shit? 1 second, I just. One moment. I'm really. I'm sorry. Give me 30 seconds.
I kind of just absent-mindedly stick a toe within his ooze.
Ah, God, don't do that! Don't stick your pieces in me. Don't stick your meat in me.
No, it's just like...
Okay, sorry, I'm back.
Hang on. I have to address this. Technically, that is sexual.
What?
What?
What? Did I miss the good stuff? What the
That's
fuck?
even worse.
Because all of him is able to be...
All of him is also a mouth and an anus, anyways.
That
Well,
is...
there's no real exit.
Actually, there's no entrance or exit.
I mean, it's a membrane.
He's jelly.
He's basically like a massive bacteria.
So by all technicality, anywhere on him is a mouth, anywhere on him is an asshole, anywhere on him is reproductive parts. You get the point. Anyways, Anna.
Which is why I don't like people
Been-
sticking their shit in me. Or anything, really.
Anyways, Anna, you have not been in the town long enough to really know anything specifically about
You mean
the
Evelyn?
Shintel Tower? Evelyn, yeah. Wait, what did I say?
You said Anna.
Oh, Anna, no. Anna, you've been here long enough. You know what he looks like, and you know what... You get the point. Anyways, but no, Evelyn, you do not know enough.
Okay. I don't know a lot of things about the tower.
Well, for one...
Is there something I should know?
Well, actually, do you mind if I bring you all and show you somewhere?
To the church.
Will it hurt? Yeah, sure.
Alright, follow me. She kind of motions a little bit, and she stands up and starts walking out.
Yeah.
As you're walking out, just as you get to the door, and you're about to push it open, it flings open as Caradon is standing there.
Oh, he's back.
Yes. Unless he's...
And he cannot unmute.
He has been cursed with a spell of silence by the gods.
Oh no.
That is a good thing. Okay, anyways. But he is...
I
but
say
he
as I
has-
finish
he has
casting
not-
my curse.
Oh no! Whatever shall we do? Moving on. Anyways. So, other than that, really, if I know where you're going, and if I'm correct, it's to
yes.
church.
I lead them into the burnt zone. I'm not so much heading for my church as I'm looking for a particular spot. Something that was once whole. I'm looking for the spot where the orphanage once was. And as we travel through, what does the area look like? If you don't mind me asking, God.
I fucking hate you. Anyways, as you're all walking through this part of the burnt sector, you can see the remains of what was a park here and there, along with some basic houses, some stalls. Basically, if you've ever played a game where they had you run... Actually, correction. Anna, you... If you, have you ever played... Since you played World of Warcraft, have you ever done, like, the werewolf part?
You can call me Anna again.
Yeah, I know,
Evelyn.
I'm sorry, I can't... Evelyn, my bad, sorry. Anyways, do you remember... Have you ever played the werewolf part of the World of Warcraft?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty much the entirety of that start.
So it's shit.
What? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Just, you know, basically it looks how you would expect burnt buildings to look. Very run down areas.
There are no humanoid werewolf things running around, right? I'm safe.
There are humans walking around. Some of them have some small scales on them, and when you see them, they kind of look over at Anna with a smile on their face. Others have giant, more bulbous eyes, and again, when they look at Anna, they smile and walk by.
I give polite bows to each one as I pass.
Other than that, there are some normal humans, some tieflings. You do happen across a small party of dwarfs walking around, not really doing anything, they're just walking. A few gnomes, a couple halflings, no elves. Anna, you do know the history of the burnt zone before it was known as the burnt zone.
Yes.
So, at any time you want to share that, you can, but otherwise...
I take them to a particular pile of ashes. Something that probably looks like some of it might have been cleared away at a point, but nothing too fully has been done on it. And I stop the group and I motion out towards it. This was an attempt at hope. This was an attempt to show peace between people. Before this was known as the Burnt Zone, this was an intention to have a multiracial part of the city, where different people of all kinds may live hand in hand.
Excuse me, you said where different peoples of all kinds did what?
May live hand in hand.
Okay.
This right here, she points at the pile of ashes. This was an orphanage. Now, it is ash. Those who were inside of it during the time now lay dead. She points over at some shallow graves nearby. This city has almost a parasite living amongst it. There wasn't some sort of accident that caused this area to become burned. There wasn't some sort of just random madman with a torch that decided just to lay waste to all of this. The Shintel set fire to this because it was different. People of different kinds, mixing and meeting. This caused fear in them. This is something that I cannot stand for. Now, I've read quite a few of your notes. She motions over towards Garoon. Whoever sent you obviously has interest in their movements and seems to be opposed to this force. Opposed to this racism. I was hoping to ask for some help in dealing with this. Should they remain, more deaths will happen. The few that are still here will soon be dead, if nothing is done. She kind of motions over at some dwarven children playing.
Damn it all to hell.
We have to do something. I originally had plans on simply doing it myself. However, I am but one person, and I know that I cannot handle the might of an entire magical school by myself. With you having interest in this, I was hoping on some help.
Garoon slowly stands up and turns to you. I've had my experience with people abusing magic. I don't like this, but I'm in. And he hands you the notes he has. Maybe these will give us some more info. What about you, Evelyn?
I think it is a righteous cause, so I would be honored to help you do that.
Right. So I guess the main question is, did Caradon follow us, or is he still back at the tavern?
Caradon, did you follow them, or did you stay at the tavern?
It's not certain.
I think he might be gone at the moment.
Okay, so tavern, they stay at the tavern, alright.
So, as you saw the people on the streets, I've done my best to help them. My church is not far from here, and that is a place of healing and rest for those that are persecuted, those that can't feel safe out here. I just want this threat gone to the people. She looks down at the papers and back up at them. Thank you.
Disregard that.
I'm gonna start reading through the papers.
And I will tell you what they all say in a minute, as I don't even remember what they all said.
I know that there was the one that I read, because I only got a glimpse of one of them, was something about the Shintel mobilizing. What did you say, Evelyn?
I said that he's not prepared either, which is awesome.
Yeah, everything is not prepared, I'm sorry.
No one is ever prepared for the battles that life brings us to.
God. Damn, man. Why?
Wow, immersed. Nice. How do you keep your composure and your grace under such difficult circumstances, Anna?
I simply look forward to a brighter future. A day that no one has to fear of dying because of some madman or some person that's become obsessed with their own power. I look forward to a better day. She looks off wistfully in the distance, like an anime protagonist.
Just then, a giant boulder falls from the sky.
I go ethereal.
It's an ethereal boulder.
Oh
No,
shit! So, do you wish to ask, do any of you have connections to any of the towers? Some kind of possible aid that we can establish from them?
Well, I did have an appointment set up for the Harrington Tower. Because when we were going off, I got some info regarding someone named Edward Harrington who supposedly set up his own town in the east. I figured if these two are the same, if we relay this information, maybe we could get them on our side. You know, reuniting lost family members.
Yes, and the Harringtons, they are good people. If we talk to them about this, we may not even have to go off to convince them. I'm sure they have their eyes. They just need to see. When is your appointment?
Good question. Holden, when is my appointment?
It is for about another. It isn't for about another hour and a half, maybe.
Right. Oh, Caradon shows. How's back? Okay, I guess Caradon's in on the plan. Right. The appointment isn't for another hour and a half. So we still have time.
Oh, great gods. What proof do I have that they did it?
At the moment... Wait, who were you talking about, and what proof on what who?
The proof that Chantel burnt down the area.
Well, other than, the fact that there are the rumors that they did, sprouted by a lot of people, the fact that when he outright blamed it on others, one of the other two towers, as well as the fact that one of them doesn't really even have magic in their society of their tower, and the other one does have an archmage though. But other than that, really, there's nothing else.
I'll look over to Caradon. What do you expect me to have of proof? There were people that saw it, there were people that claimed to have saw it. There were many that say that they've seen exactly what happened, a mage casting some kind of spell to burn down the area. However, there's no true way to prove it. I don't have some sealed document from one of their higher-ups sending this out. I don't have some kind of memory-watching spell to look into the mind of whoever did this. Proof in this world is few and far between.
As you do look over some of the notes that have been passed around, reading through them, you do find most of which is very obscure and rather odd ways of saying things. However, there is one word that did pop up, and it was basically a spell that you're not really sure what it does, as I do need to look up the spell list. So keep going while I go and look at the spell lists and see if I can't find a spell for this.